Dear Georgie, it's 3:55 here on the West Coast, and it's still December 25th. I can't say how hard this is for me to say things like this, even on YouTube. I mean, I try to find the right words for other things I've been going through left and right. I sent a video letter over. Well, I'm in the process of downloading it right now to YouTube, then I'll send it out. It's the only way I can. Sending it over to Raymond and Chris, Olive Branch. Georgie, I feel like I've been out of touch with everybody, and probably it's my fault. I still had the impression that everyone else decided they're not going to deal with a schmuck like me anyway. You would. But I feel like Chris and Raymond are just. There had been too much collateral damage a long time ago when Ma was dying, and I lashed out in a hell of a lot of anger. A lot of it, cousin. I've been trying to keep my positive spirits going during this holiday season, but it hasn't been. Hasn't been. It's still been rough as hell. Let's go a second. Oh, what happens when you haven't had a haircut and you get things sticking in your ear, you get irritation like that. The cousins are no irritations. They're still family. They're still blood. And I feel like I failed them. I failed myself and I failed my family. You on, Dave. Yeah, I could talk like that because I feel like the damage done a long time ago is just hadn't been healed, and lashing out at them, not to mention lashing out at their wives. I wish I could apologize for all the mean, rotten things and find ways of making amends if possible. If there's no way, then at least I get the message out. Surgery, the hardest thing for me to do is lose family left and right, and you know about that one. I know you know about that one. We hardly ever talk about it. Hardly anybody else talks to me about it. Even for some of those who are so-called friends and extended family members don't even talk about it because it's too damn personal and intimate. And here I go blathering my mouth off on damn YouTube because I wanted to get the damn pain out. It's not just doing audio recordings and that's about it. It doesn't do shit. I've been on too many Facebook posts concerning grieving left and right that I'm getting my pain out one way or another. Of how much it hurts not having a family. Oh my God, Grandma. You're the matriarch of your own family. But you also know. And I miss them a great deal, and I grieve for them as well. I mean, I hadn't properly grieved in a hell of a long while for anybody. I had to keep it all in. Had to keep it all in. Live life, do this, do that, be positive. When it gets taken away from you, and you got no one else to share it with. Now they're saying I'm doing the pity party. Well, screw them. I've got people I've met throughout the last few years over here kind of adopt me. Somewhat of an uncle of theirs. However nice it may be, it still didn't replace the other family members I lost. And I'm not just talking about bloodline either. I'm talking about other extended family members I thought they were gone. Just separated over distance and life and everything else going on. At least they tried to remind me that they're still part of my family, and I have to hold on to that thread of hope. The only thing I wanted was to feel part of a holiday season like this. Feel the past feelings like I used to be. A kid looked forward to Christmas. But without family, Georgie. Without family, doesn't mean anything. The same family I kept talking to you about, friends of mine, invited me over for Christmas dinner. Sometimes I feel like Ebenezer Scrooge is getting at least on light, or at least the Grinches at the same time. Scrooge would have had a colder heart and just not give a shit about anything else but himself. And the bitch of it is, I wanted to participate in the family so damn much it hurt like hell. Given an opportunity, yeah, I would have. But then being reminded I'm not a part of the family, and that's even harder. Being reminded by omission. Promised the world, and yet nothing happened. It's like, thank you very much, grimaces and Grinches. Scrooges of the heart. It kind of pisses me off. And yet sometimes they probably act as friendly as they try to be. But I didn't see no invites. But then again, I'm not at liberty to invite anybody else because I'm still fighting a damn bug war in this place. I don't want to give anybody else the damn infection. I'm not talking about a viral infection. I'm talking about critter crawling. Damn roaches. Screws everything else over, Georgie. Boric acid would have been nice. Martin Management Company's not doing that. They're doing an organ guy all over this damn place. And it's taken a long while trying to get rid of these sorry sons of bitches. But I still have to clean areas that I can't even get into just to satisfy them. But they know it. Eventually they're going to be pissy and vinegar about it because I'm not doing everything else I can for them. I guess that happens. Remember fighting the same damn shit. No, different one altogether when they lost David. It had bed bugs. I mean, they were just starting out when David was having his last few hours. And these guys were all over the damn place. Had to cook his apartment. Had to have everything bagged up and then everything cooked. And then cool it off. God, what a frickin' nightmare that was. Well, after Christmas. Merry Christmas. Have a cooked apartment. If only it would be that simple with these frickin' roaches, that's for sure. But during this holiday season, yeah, it gets harder and harder because I think about the people we've lost. And I say we because I didn't forget, Georgie. I didn't forget. I could talk about them third person on my YouTube channel. I could talk about memories of them. I still have videos I still need to get processed and sent out. Get published. I'm still in the process of that right now. But today I was trying to take it easy on myself because I didn't want this holiday season to really bum me out, as it always has been since, well, when Ma died, Dave and I went over to the AA halls. We had transportation during that time. We had friends who were actually able to communicate. These days, what transportation? Find a way. Yeah, I might as well walk up and down and try to kill myself for several hours just to get to a meeting hall and think if I can get a ride back to Rosamond. It's not that easy trying to get transportation around here, I'll tell you. It sucks. I'd probably see any excuse. Maybe so. Maybe so. Dave and I spent our last 3 or 4 Christmases here. Sometimes we're able to get out of the house and say hi to people left and right. But Dave was never able to experience this last Christmas in this place. And I had to. I kept saying when we were living in, there was a house in Lancaster, and then we had to move over to the apartment in Lancaster, a different place altogether. She wanted Tony to come live with us. We could take care of her, Ma said. Dave and I were barely able to handle Ma as it is. But we would have found a way. We didn't, because Ma's health took a dump. Before we got moved over to the apartment in Lancaster, Ma was barely able to walk around. Most of the time she'd stand in that poster bed of hers. Big queen size. She had the dogs all around her. Dave and I would try to get her into the car, take her over to, maybe to get the nails done if she had to, but most of the time it was over to the doctor's office and test for this, test for that. Gotten worse with the hospitalizations. When we moved into the apartment, and her health really took a dump. Especially when she heard about Tony. She also heard about her own sister. And I guess that really put the nail in the coffin right there. And she was slowly dying on us. Give me a second. Sorry about that. Tried to tell the Raymond and Chris what the hell was going on, why we couldn't go to Aunt June's funeral. Ma's health wasn't in the mood for traveling, and I was in between work, and Ma's health sucked. Dave was in between. I mean, Dave was trying to do caregiving and trying to get jobs. And I tell you, there was a lot of bad stuff I went off on the deep end on. Even while Ma was in the hospital, I went off the deep end. And when Ma died, I went definitely off the deep end on that one. So, yeah, I'm pretty good when it comes down for thermonuclear families left and right. Just boom them. They're gone. They're radioactive. They no longer matter. Can't rebuild off of that damn thing, that's for sure. And I mean to put the guilt trip on you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry it doesn't feed the bulldog anyway, as they usually say. Yeah, you get. I'm grieving, and I know that you don't want to think and feel about these things because you got family too. I'm grateful that you're doing okay with your family. I'm grateful that you got kids and they're having kids, and you're feeling a great grandmother at this point. I got no one. Maybe that's my fate or my draw or something. I don't know. I was still hoping to rebuild family connections left and right without saying, well, it's your fault because of this, and it's your fault because of that. Well, yeah, without me owing up to it. I mean, that sure as hell breaks, that sure as hell makes a lot of things right now, does it? doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter. Despite all the problems we've had in the past, it shouldn't be affecting us all this much. I know, so why do I keep bringing a damn thing up? Why not just forget about it? Sometimes I wish I could. If I'd waken up to a different person, I wouldn't know what anybody else was, and I probably started with a clean slate. But everybody else that would matter to me, I wouldn't remember. Except the only thing that would remember would be my soul, which would be aching a hell of a lot worse. Because I wouldn't know how to think or feel afterwards. Maybe it would have been better if I actually had amnesia. Maybe it would have been better if I actually woke up and I didn't have a family at all. But I'll tell you something, these are the guilt trips they're going through, and it's not needed. It's not needed. Not even for me to say the damn thing in the first place, but I am saying it out loud. I'm sorry I'm writing this letter like this to you. I probably ruined your Christmas. I probably sent it after Christmas. It'll be better that way. I don't blame you for anything, Georgie. I don't blame Raymond or Chris. The blame's on me. Because I'm the one holding on to all that damn. I'm the one holding up all the ashes. You telling me that something can actually grow out of ashes? Volcanic rock, maybe. Usually brings up nutrients for the earth, and island chains start to look beautiful because now they got the nutrients to have things growing. But when you have a hell of a lot of collateral damage, tell me that something can actually grow out of ashes. Ashes from the past. He said more pain and more misery. It ain't you, Georgie, it's me. It seems like Scrooge and Grinch are still trying to take away the season at this point. It's getting darker now out here. Just like the light. I'll probably continue this depressing monologue a little bit later in the year, maybe. Maybe. I love you, cousin. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Every one of them.